Everybody, welcome in. Let's get into a little update on Nicola Bulley. Not that there's any new information regarding where she is, unfortunately, but let's take a tour on the walk that she went on at the points and places she was at those exact times. Meet the dog walker who found the phone and the dog, and let's talk about the personal information that was released regarding her being an alcoholic due to menopause that came out of Paul Ansel's mouth, and how some people are saying that's as sexist as it comes. And with that, let's get into it. We have spoken about the release of the sensitive details regarding Nicola Bulley and the menopause and the alcoholism. Also, what I found out is 2 weeks before she went missing, we know that there was a welfare check, but at that welfare check, there was also a medical team with the police. Let's start this video off with what Dame Vera Baird had to say, condemning the force's dreadful decision to divulge medical information about Nicola, as saying, a quote, "the biggest error that I have seen for quite a long time," end quote. Let's listen.
A future family like this is going to face the torment of not knowing whether to run the risk of gratuitously wrecking your relatives' reputation by giving every detail away.
You've got to ask the question, as
missing the chance of catching whoever's got them or getting her back. So I do think this is another, I'm afraid this is the biggest error that I've seen for quite a long time. And it's going just, very sadly to undermine trust in the police yet further. It is a dreadful error to put this in the public domain for absolutely nothing.
It always bothered me when they released that information regarding Nicola 2.5 weeks after she went missing. I never understood why. It's almost like they had nothing else to give, so they put that information out to subdue the press, maybe. The questions, where and what happened to Nicola? How did she just vanish into thin air? Because she didn't. Obviously, she's somehow left the area, and when we watched the video of the dog walkers, I just can't imagine somebody taking her forcefully out of that park. And hopefully, if she is by any chance or was in the surrounding area, this police force in Lancashire did their job. But I am honestly questioning if they did their job good. A former police chief boss says criticism is unfair in her case. The force faced a backlash after saying Nicola had been struggling with menopause and alcohol before her disappearance in January. Her family said they knew beforehand that police were revealing the details. I don't know if I believe that. Maybe Paul, but her parents and her sister, I don't know. I would like to hear from her parents now. Sir Peter Afai, the former chief at Greater Manchester Police, described the investigators as very diligent and criticized a journalist about the dress and hairstyle of Department Superintendent Rebecca Smith, the lead detective in the case. I didn't hear about that. Police said they believed, okay, are we not believing that anymore? She had gone into the river and that her disappearance was not suspicious. However, her family and friends urged people to keep an open mind. I still have to say that Paul Ansel rubs me the wrong way. There is just something about him that makes me very uncomfortable. Let's go have a look at the exact area in the park where she was at the different times and who saw her, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, so let's start off in the car park where she parked her car, and I am actually going to show you this on maps because I believe it is off Hall Lane.
Happened. So that happened at exactly 8:40.
Yep, 8:40
From
right
here,
now.
what happened?
So Nicola came, parked up her car here. She dropped off her kids at school. Park up the tennis club in the school. And
I'm very
along
happy for
the
you
school
to spin round if
as
you
well.
want to have a look rather than, yeah, there we go. So,
And this is a very normal route for Nicola. Almost every single morning, this is exactly what she would have done. Her kids coming to the school to our left as well. And this is a busy road. Inskip down there is where the family home is. So she would have come down this road and then onto the road up there, a very busy main road.
This is Blackpool Road?
Yeah, Blackpool Lane it is, yeah. And the police have stressed about Blackpool Lane because there are hundreds of cars.
700 vehicles.
Yeah, that would have passed through that morning to try and piece together what exactly has gone on. So she would have crossed this road and would have walked down this path, which heads up to not only the bridge which she crossed, but in fact the church which she would have passed. And she would have come up here to this iron bridge, which again has been another real focal point of the last 3 weeks. That runs along the River Wire, and it was 8:43 this time.
This is when
right
she
now,
first
3
hit
weeks
this.
ago.
So,
There
you
she
know.
arrived. It from police because of concerns for welfare.
Yeah,
It's
we
a big
know that a
question.
medical team went to the home on the 17th
Yep.
of January, and
Yep.
they haven't told us anything more than that,
No.
but we do know that the police have referred themselves to the Complaints Committee
Yeah.
as a direct result of that moment.
And if we just pause here, because before we get to the upper field, it was around this time, roughly, about 8:50, that Nicola was then spotted by another dog walker.
Yeah.
Someone who knew her, walking around the lower field with their dog as well. The two dogs actually interacted before the other dog walker went off and took the river path, which we've just come down, and Nicola then carried on with her dog Willow.
So she-
Very shortly, she would have just been finishing her email off, which goes to her boss.
And then she sends the email.
Yep. At 8:53,
Which is
police
now.
say, right now, 3 weeks ago, Nicola hit send,
Yeah.
and an email was sent to her boss.
Yeah.
She logged into that Teams call. I imagine the meeting started at 9 o'clock. Nicola logged in about 1 minute past 9.
Yeah.
She would have held the
Still
phone
on this
out
path?
from. Yeah. She was just walking along this
Yeah.
upper field here.
Yeah.
She
And she starts to join a Teams conversation.
Yeah.
The camera's not on, the audio is not on,
Yeah.
but she is holding it out
And
in front
listening.
of us. And we know that because somebody saw her right now.
Yeah, it was at 10 past 9 here on the upper field that somebody then saw Nicola, a witness that has been spoken to by police. So 3 weeks ago, let's put this in perspective, 3 weeks ago, 10 past 9 in the morning,
Here.
somebody saw Nicola walking with her dog Willow here.
You know, just to illustrate, you know, that this is where the dog walkers come all the time.
Yeah. Straight away, good morning,
Morning, sir.
Come on
Fine,
through.
Do come
How are
through.
you?
No, not at all.
good to see you.
You're living it.
Well, it has been like that. So you actually, you saw the phone, is that right?
Yeah.
You saw the phone that Friday morning?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was around, was it after 9:30?
I gave a full statement to the police
Yeah.
with the exact time because my wife's telephone call had of the time on it. So,
Yeah.
but I've given a full statement. to the police.
Was it just on the bench, or?
Pardon?
Was it just on the bench?
The phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The river where the police think that she has gone into the water. There's no sign here at all of, you know, any scuffs or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is where her phone is found.
Yeah, well, look, it's 9:20
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
9:20, 3 weeks ago, Nicola's phone had moved to this bench. But we're at a very important juncture right now, okay? It's 9:30.
I did
3
a
weeks on.
30-minute team call. That ended. She'd logged on about 9:01. It had obviously started at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But she stayed logged on.
So police say that the Teams call ended 9:30. But Nicola's phone remained logged on to that Teams call. In other words, she hadn't ended the call.
So that happened 3 weeks ago right now.
Yeah. Approximately, police say it was 9:33, 3 weeks ago, that the lady who owns a caravan park just around the corner here actually spotted Nicola's phone, spotted Willow, and spotted the harness.
Let's jump back into maps to get a clearer image. Nicola, Paul, and the kids live in Inskip. It is about 10 miles south of where the kids go to school in St. Michael's. Here is where she drops off the kids. From watching the video now, I realize she drops them off and parks on Hall Lane. Let's go have a look. Hall Lane, the same lane where the lady saw the red truck. There is the parking lot. She goes down on Hall Lane. She turns to the right. She gets on the sidewalk. Down on the right is the church and the cemetery, and then the bridge. She crosses over, goes to the right onto the towpath. So one thing I wanted to clarify was on the last road trip, I got the location confused of the caravan park. Even though I know where it is, I was thinking Rowan Water, which is right here. That is not the park. This is the caravan park, where the CCTV is not working. The lower field, the upper field, where she was last seen, the CCTV sits right there on the corner. And that is where I'm guessing she was seen, in the upper field. Let's break this down into layman's terms, a timeline, if that even makes sense. At 8:43, she drops her children off at the primary school. She parks her car on Hall Lane and she heads for the walk. At 8:50, she is seen by another dog walker in the lower field. At 9:01 a.m., she logs in to the team meeting. At 9:10 a.m., she is seen on the upper field. So we know that she is the one that logs into the team meeting because she's seen before and after the meeting is logged in. At 9:20, somehow they know that her phone makes it back to the bench. At 9:31, the meeting ends, but her phone stays logged in. At 9:33, the phone and Maggie and the harness are found. Now they are saying that the man found the phone, harness, and Maggie, and now the owner of the caravan park, a female, found it. So that I do not know. So from the time that somebody saw her at 9:10, because I don't know how her phone got on the bench, to a 9:33, she goes missing. To me, that is a 23 minutes from when she could have pooped. I do not think it's only 10 minutes. I think it's more. And I truly believe that there is a third party involved. This is not enough time for a random abduction, in my opinion. I just think that somebody would have heard or seen something. It is honestly like she vanished into thin air. Please tell me what you guys are thinking regarding the new information in the Nicola Bulley story, because I think the Lancashire police completely botched this case from day one. And with that, it is a wrap. Everyone, thank you for coming in. Please make sure you click that like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications so you do not miss the next time we drop a video or go live. Everybody, have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.